Good morning everyone. Sri Shankaracharya Vidyalaya welcomes you all. Today we are going to start the third module of our chapter Development. In the previous module we have studied about the limitations of per capita income. In this module we are going to start with the criteria used by UNDP for comparing countries. As we have studied in the previous module that per capita income has got many limitations. The biggest limitation of per capita income is it does not tell us how the income is distributed among the people. It does not tell us whether there is a gap between the rich or poor or income is equally distributed. And it only emphasizes on the money factor. So UNDP uses a different criteria. Income and human development. HDR published by UNDP compares countries based on educational level of the people, their health status and per capita income. PCI here refers to per capita income. That means the Human Development Report published by UNDP, it compares countries not only on the basis of per capita income but along with per capita income it gives stress on educational level of the people as well as health status. मतलब जो UNDP जो ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट पब्लिश करती है उसमें पर कैपिटा इनकम के अलावा वो लोगों के एजुकेशनल लेवल और हेल्थ स्टेटस पर भी बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस देती है. लेट अस नाउ अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडिकेटर्स. फर्स्ट, infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 1000 lives. Infant mortality rate का मतलब होता है कि total number of children that die, कितने बच्चे पर 1000 लाइव बच्चों में से एक साल में कितने बच्चों की डेथ होती है. दैट इज नोन एज इन्फेंट मोर्टालिटी रेट. सेकेंड वन इज लिटरेसी रेट. इट मेजर्स द प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ लिटरेट पॉपुलेशन इन द 7 एंड अबव एज ग्रुप. व्हाट इज लिटरेसी रेट का मतलब होता है टोटल परसेंटेज ऑफ लिटरेट. तो proportion of literate population. Who is called literate? A literate person is a person who has attained the age of 7 years and who can read and write with proper understanding. एक literate person हम किसको कहेंगे? जो 7 years का एज अटेंड कर चुका है और जो proper understanding के साथ पढ़ और लिख सकता है. So this is the second human development indicator, literacy rate. Third, net attendance ratio. It is the total number of children of age group 6 to 10 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. कितने number of children जो है between the age group of 6 to 10 years are attending the school. That is net attendance ratio. The next one is sex ratio. It is the total number of female per 1000 males. पर 1000 मेल्स में कितने फीमेल्स हैं. सो दीज आर द ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडिकेटर्स. रिमेंबर, वर्ल्ड बैंक यूजेस द पर कैपिटा इनकम ओनली टू कंपेयर टू कंट्रीज बट UNDP includes educational level of the people as well as the health status along with per capita income to compare the development status of two countries. Now let us understand what is life expectancy. Life expectancy means the minimum age up to which an adult lives is the life expectancy rate. जो मिनिमम एज जब तक एक एडल्ट जिंदा रह सकता है दैट इज लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी. दिस ऑल्सो शोज द ओवरऑल क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ इन द कंट्री. एज पर 2011 सेंसस, लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी इन इंडिया फॉर मेल इज 67 years and for female it is 72 years. Life expectancy in India is 68 years according to year 2014. मतलब एक नॉर्मल एडल्ट जो है वो कितने साल तक जिंदा रह सकता है वो कहलाता है लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी. एंड रिमेंबर, If there is an increased level in the life expectancy rate, that means there is improvement in the medical facilities. The death rate is decreasing. That when the death rate declines, that leads to better life expectancy. So, and one more important point to be noted here, per capita income is calculated in dollars for all countries so that it can be compared. Dollar is the universal currency. That is why per capita income is calculated in dollar for all countries so that it can be compared. Now let us understand which criteria is better, the criteria used by World Bank or the criteria used by UNDP. The criteria used by UNDP for comparing countries is better because money is not the only factor to assess development. Even though the level of income is important, yet it is inadequate measure of the level of development. हमने क्या पढ़ा? हमने ये पढ़ा कि वर्ल्ड बैंक जो है सिर्फ पर कैपिटा इनकम के बेसिस पे दो कंट्रीज को कंपेयर करती है, जबकि यूएनडीपी जो है पर कैपिटा इनकम के अलावा जो है एजुकेशनल स्टेटस और मेडिकल स्टेटस के बेसिस पर भी कंपेयर करती है, हेल्थ स्टेटस ऑफ द पीपल. So the criteria used by UNDP is better because money is not the only criteria to assess development. ऐसे भी सिचुएशन हो सकते हैं जहाँ पे एक जगह की पर कैपिटा इनकम तो ज़्यादा है बट बाकी चीज़ों में वो जो है पीछे बाकी फैक्टर्स में पीछे है. So we cannot, if the only the per capita income is more, we cannot conclude that the development status is better. We can understand this with the help of the given example. We are comparing the per capita income of 3 states, Haryana, Kerala, Bihar. In Haryana, the per capita income is 26,000 rupees, in Kerala 22,800 and Bihar it is 5,700. So if we just consider the per capita income, then what we will conclude? We will conclude that the developmental status of Haryana is the best. Haryana will be first as far as development will be concerned if we take into consideration only the per capita income. But the fact is Haryana is lagging behind in other factors as far as development is concerned. In educational factor or medical factor, Haryana is lagging behind Kerala. Although Kerala has got less per capita income, but still it is more developed than Haryana because the educational level is more in Kerala, the health and medical facilities are available in Kerala, and Haryana is lagging behind in this case. Let us see. Let us compare this. Haryana, Kerala, Bihar. Infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate of Haryana is 33, whereas in Kerala it is only 10. That means in Haryana 33 children are dying before the completion of age of 1 year, whereas in Kerala it is only 10. If we see the literacy rate of Haryana is 82%, whereas in Kerala it is 94%. Net attendance ratio is 61 in Haryana, whereas it is 83 in Kerala. That means although Kerala has less per capita income than Haryana, but when we think of other factors, Kerala is much ahead of Haryana. That is why we will conclude that only money is not the criteria to assess development. In spite of having less per capita income also, if a place is ahead in other criteria, then that place will be considered to be more developed, as we can see in the example of Kerala. Kerala has got more literacy rate, more net attendance ratio and less infant mortality rate as Haryana is concerned. If you compare Kerala and Haryana, Kerala is ahead. Now let us consider the data regarding India and its neighbor. We are comparing the position of India with its neighbor. Let us see China, Sri Lanka, India. These are the name, and Pakistan. China per capita income is 5,530. Life expectancy 71. Literacy rate 91. Gross enrollment ratio 73 and HDI rank 81. Sri Lanka per capita income 4,390. Life expectancy at birth 74. Literacy rate 91. Gross enrollment 69. HDI rank 93. Now let us talk about India. It is 3,139 per capita income US dollar. Life expectancy 64 years. Literacy rate 61%. Gross enrollment ratio 60% and HDI rank 126. That means Sri Lanka, which is a very, very small nation, is ahead of India as far as development is concerned. Now let us talk about sustainability of development. Sustainable development. It means that type of development in which resources are utilized in such a manner that after utilizing for the present generation, sufficient quantity is left for the future generation. सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का मतलब होता है एक ऐसा डेवलपमेंट जहाँ पे रिसोर्सेज को इस प्रकार से यूटिलाइज किया जाता है कि अपने प्रेजेंट जनरेशन के नीड्स को फुलफिल करने के बाद भी हमारे पास काफ़ी रिसोर्सेज बच जाते हैं अपने फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए. हम रिसोर्सेज को बहुत प्लान्ड तरीके से यूज़ करते हैं. वी यूज़ द रिसोर्सेज इन ए प्लान्ड मैनर. दैट इज नोन एज सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड द ऑब्जेक्टिव of sustainable development. First, rise in real per capita income and quality of life. Second, reduction in pollution. Third, rational use of natural resources. Next, to fulfill the requirement of future generation. These are the objectives or features of sustainable development. Now, money in your pocket cannot buy all goods and services that you may need to live. This is a very important factor. Money cannot buy all the things that you need to live. Let us understand this with the help of these three examples. Money cannot buy a pollution free environment. Money जो है एक pollution free environment आपको खरीद के नहीं दे सकता. Next, it cannot give you assurance that you will get unadulterated medicine. You are paying money for the medicine, but by paying money, you cannot give the guarantee that the money which you are spending on medicines, the medicine will be unadulterated. Then, third one, money may not be able to protect you from infectious diseases. Money जो है आपको infectious diseases से भी नहीं बचा सकता.